And we are live, the SMT Podcast, December 4th, 2020. My birthday is next week, dog. I'm going to be 21 again.
You're so old.
Oh,
It's all good, bro. Listen, I don't feel a year over 50, even though I'm only going to be 37. You know? What's up, y'all? It's the podcast. We got the whole crew is here tonight. We have Technoid to my Rizzle. We got Moose all the way to the Rizzle. Carlos below the Rizzle. Zero Cool to my diagonal. And then Ty Rizzle right underneath Hizzle. So we got everybody here. It's a full house. Man, this conversation is going to go for a while because there's a lot to include. I already saw some commentary in the live chat. People are already discussing the topic. And I think it was probably best explained by Info Assistant. And this is exactly my point. When we ask the question, which carrier offers the best value, the definition of value has a lot of variation. So I was engaging with someone in the comment section today in my videos, looking in the comments, and he said there's no value in wireless, and that's postpaid. And I thought to myself, how in the world could somebody say that? And that's when I realized he only views value based on his bill. So to him, there is no value in postpaid. He only views value in the prepaid because he's on a single line, right? So having a postpaid single line does not offer value. You're going to be paying $75, $85, $90 for a single line. So I just want to, create some kind of a frame of reference. Let's assume that the average account has 3 or 4 lines to it, right? A couple of parents, a couple of kids. That's a family, right? 3 brothers, 2 sisters, that sort of thing. Most accounts are multi-line, most. All right, I'm not saying that some people don't have single-line accounts, but then the value proposition is out the window in that conversation. You're going to prepaid. This conversation we usually use is towards postpaid because that's what actually has the value when we start talking about features, add-ons, and perks. All right, so the focus of tonight's podcast as we discuss value is going to be twofold. It's going to be the cost of the plan and the account, and it's going to be the add-ons, the perks, the additional benefits of having the service, whether it's a media service or a streaming service or hotspot data or whatever the case may be. We're going to take a look at a handful of plans from each of the carriers. We'll compare them with their single-line, multi-line, and I think we also have to talk about the future because I think we have some indications of what's coming down the pipeline for these media offerings when it comes to the streaming services that they're using to sweeten the pot. All right. And not all carriers are created equally. They each offer something different, each kind of with a different twist. It seems to be serving certain people better than others, and that's why we're having this conversation. So it is 9:12 now as we are starting this in the live. If you are watching this in the live, #2LiveCrew. If you are watching this on replay, #ReplayCrew. I want to give a big shout out to Cesar. Thanks for the super chat, but I don't know what type of sticker it is. I don't know. They don't let me see it, so I don't know, man. Thank you. Thanks. I don't know what kind of sticker is it, dog. Anybody know?
Nah, I can't check it on my end.
No, you can't check it.
Hey,
Oh,
Sneed.
number 1 fan, dog. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Sneed, they said you clocked in for AT&T tonight.
I did absolutely. I went with the blue. You feel me? Yep. I went with the all blue track jacket. If you guys, vote hard enough, maybe I'll put on the red hoodie. If it calls for it. And I don't own anything pink. I'm sorry. I just don't. My brothers probably would never let me live it down. So I don't own anything pink. Anyways, we got David Hall, who has just been knighted. Welcome to the Mod Squad, sir. #Mod Squad. We got JR Tech. The homie Mike West is here. Lapoo 54. Hey, where's the echo coming from, dude? Oh, okay. Now we're good. I think the echo is coming from Tyrone. All right. So to kind of discuss some of these topics, when we look at the value proposition, I want to start by first saying I am most impressed by what AT&T just did. I'm not trying to create like hyperbole, like as or what I like to call at school, fixing up a hyperbole of food. All right, when you just too much hyperbole and it's just a lot of extra, I call it hyperbole. So, but AT&T literally did something that was really adjustable. It's really uncharacteristic of them to kind of pivot very quickly on their feet. AT&T's been a very traditional company for a long time. They don't really change much. The culture of AT&T has always been really consistent, conservative. They don't like to rock the boat. Mm-hmm. They've always been known as the carrier, very traditional. A lot of charges and fees, a lot of billing issues. Customer care is questionable at best. But they have started doing things more consumer friendly. We saw a little bit of that with this move, because what this move does is they are going to release their 2017, 2021 movie titles from their Warner Media side. They're going to release them all to HBO Max on Premiere. So not that they won't have them in the theater, but now they're going to offer it straight to the app, straight to the platform. And in my estimation, that enhances the HBO Max value proposition. If you're paying $14.99 now for the HBO Max, it just got a lot better, right? And if you have AT&T's wireless and you have an elite plan on your account, I mean, you just struck gold, right? I mean, they just sweeten the pot. It's kind of like you go to the store and you buy something, and then they just throw something in on top of it. Like, oh, thanks for being a customer. Here's something for free. It's a great value. I don't want to give away my take on everything because we're going to look at this collectively, but I just wanted to preface this and kind of do the introduction. Honestly, HBO Max is a good service. It gets that much better with the movies. Wonder Woman, they've got all these titles, these DC titles coming. I know Matrix 4 is on there. There's movies that people want to see that are going to be on this thing. I'm way, way excited about it. I got a username and a login I'm ready to try. I can't wait, Doug. I'm super excited about it. Before we get talking about the value, just what is your guys' take on that news that we're going to see these Warner Media releases on the app?
Hey,
go ahead. Or actually, you know what? We'll start with you, Tyrone, because you're ready to go.
Really quick, I just want to throw something in there since it's still early. If you are a T-Mobile customer or a Verizon customer and you're banking on getting a free trial to watch these movies on HBO Max, not happening.
Not happening. No free trial. That came and went. Yep. That came and went.
Yeah, that's a very big headline news that's not even been talked about yet.
So are they literally going to be identifying a connection? Like you couldn't stream it from your like a Verizon line?
No. Trial.
Yeah, my buddy told me The Verge is going to release the article officially, and they're going to have all the details in that article. So
we're going to have to read that. Yeah, we're going to have to get those details.
Yeah, definitely get those details. But it is a fact. They're going to block you from, if you're on the free trial, they're going to block you from seeing those movies specifically.
Free trial won't have access to the movies.
At all. You can stream anything else except those blockbuster movies.
So they are going to create that as the AT&T customer, the HBO Max customer perk. That's their exclusive.
Correct.
I wouldn't say it's a perk. I think it's just fraud prevention. Think about how many people do trial accounts for Netflix, and they can do that indefinitely. You can literally get an email account daily. Look at Technoid. This guy he's already suspicious.
I'm just messing, man.
But you know what I mean?
Those free trial stuff. I just give and share. I give to somebody, they can share in return.
Yeah, see, we call that caring, bro. Where I'm from.
Sharing is caring.
You know, I love that reaction. Yeah, I love that reaction. But you get what I'm saying, right? You can do indefinitely the free trials. And you can literally watch every single movie that comes out for free in 2021.
If it's okay with you guys, I would like to go. I would just want to say, for starters, I just want to say to Info Assistant, that was a really good question you asked. So I just want to shout out Info Assistant. That was a really good question he brought up. With the whole Warner Brothers 2021 slate going to HBO Max, there are a lot of different angles that you can look at this and see where it benefits. And considering you guys are mostly cellular, I know some of you are going to go that route. Some of you are going to go the consumer route, but I'm going to go in a different route. And I'm going to try to explain a different, more scenario. I'm going to go the streaming route. What this does is that, the movie industry we've already known was taking a dive before the pandemic. They weren't making a lot of money. They were making money with superhero blockbusters and things, but they never really had like a connection with like original kind of films, content and stuff. And AMC being one of the biggest global recognized brands in the movie theater chain in America, they were in bankruptcy before the pandemic. So now Amazon's looking to buy them with all this going on, just not buy them out, but buy AMC. But with this move, Warner Brothers has officially declared war, not just on Netflix, Disney, but they've declared war on the movie industry as a whole, because you look at the landscape of how people watch content today. I would say about 60% of us, there is still an older generation, but 60% of us use our phones. We use our TVs, we use our computers, we use a lot of streaming stuff. So by drawing more people to your service, not only do you get to profit from that, you make all the money. You don't have to share that with a movie theater. You don't have to share any commissions and things like that. You get every single bit of profit. Look what Disney did with Mulan, but that was a terrible fail. But they still made money. And in the streaming war industry, you've got big names like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney and all them making original content. Warner Brothers came out and said, we're going to take this a step further. We're not going to charge you guys. We're going to give it to you from the day you release. Now, they're probably going to run a lot of ads. That's how they'll make back some money. Maybe, who knows? No ads. I don't know how they're going to do this. But there's no way any other company besides HBO Max can compete with this, because Netflix, they make original content. Apple, maybe, because they like to buy a lot of rights and do original content, but I don't see them going in that route. So the way I look at it, they've just grabbed a lot of market share. You've got some big names in there. Suicide Squad, The Batman, Godzilla vs. Kong, The Matrix 4. All I'm going to say, and then I'm going to pass it over, they have just taken a big share of that Netflix, Hulu customer base, and they've basically brought them in, even if you're a customer. Now, I know you guys will focus on the cellular performance of AT&T and all that, but from a streaming perspective, they hit a nuke, and there's no way you can respond to that. That's Warner Brothers.
There is one way, and I even was mentioning this a couple minutes ago with Tyrone. I am willing to bet that by Sunday, Disney will have a board of directors meeting and confirm they are also following suit with every single movie for 2021 will be coming out for Disney Plus. It is suicide now for them not to do it.
Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. If you're looking at this from the HBO Max distribution standpoint, that is kind of the fork in the road. We are seeing uncharted waters because we've never had a global pandemic during the digital age. So the reason I say that is because if HBO Max is the one setting the trend and it catches on, then that would mean Disney would pivot towards this. So would Viacom, CBS, right? So would Comcast. They would all do this, which would create a completely new way of us seeing the distribution channels of these videos, these movies. That would be industry-wide. That wouldn't be just one streaming service or two. It would be all of them, right? Because basically what's going to happen is they're getting rid of one of the distribution channels, so they have to flood everything all at once. Something becomes available, they send it to the app immediately. Is that going to be the same thing that happens with Verizon now, right? With the access to Disney Plus, or is Disney Plus going to keep it for their Disney Plus customers and not to the Verizon? Because Verizon doesn't own Disney Plus. AT&T owns Warner Media. You see how it's a little different? AT&T is the one in control. Verizon's not the owner of Disney Plus.
This is when AT&T first made the deal with buying out Time Warner, and I can say the same thing with Comcast buying NBC, right? This is a content game. This is no longer what they call a dumb pipe game, okay? People care more about what they can watch, like what content they need, what can they view on their TV. It's not really like necessarily even what device, it is, but it isn't per se. It's like what time, what show, what device, and when. It's no longer like, do I need to have this giant, internet connection or what have you to watch it. So it's all about content.
Yeah, I was watching Stanky on 2 interviews today. They're about a total of 2 hours. And he said on the interview that this investment has uniquely positioned us to make this kind of move during this pandemic.
Sure.
And
yeah.
Absolutely.
He says he was very calm, and he says, I'm not trying to kill the movie business or, go against the theaters. I'm offering these movies in the theaters still. When Disney...
Oh, that wasn't, Tyrone, that wasn't John Stanky. That was the CEO of Warner Media, which is Killar?
Yeah,
I
know who you're trying to mention.
Stanky was on interviews today. I don't know if you saw
Oh, okay. So he did a separate interview. Okay.
He did a separate interview, yeah. And he said on the interview, he's like, Disney made the movie exclusive to the platform, charged you $35, and it did not go to the movie theaters.
Right.
He's like, I'm still giving you the option. I'm just doing it in a smarter way through 2021. I'm letting you watch it from the house. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, I've been discussing it with the CEO of Warner Media. We have a backlog of movies that have just been sitting in the warehouse.
Hey, William.
If I release my entire backlog when it goes back to normal, the moviegoers don't go to the movies to see every movie. So that's why they ended up deciding to do this. And he was kind of hinting that they may keep this permanently if it works out.
One of the things I was thinking about is Warner Media just gave anybody who has a HBO Max subscription the equivalent of the movie pass. Remember the movie pass? It was like a debit card that you can go in, right?
Sure.
Right. I don't have to go to the movie theater anymore unless it's for a Disney movie or a Universal movie or for the James Bond movie. That's it. This is big, man, because instead of me spending, for example, here in Dallas, if you go to a movie theater, it's easily $20 for one ticket. Plus, you're gonna get a drink or something because there's a bar, right? You might get food. Popcorn's $20. Okay, you're easily spending $100 if it's for 2 people.
Sure.
Okay. But instead of spending that $100 that night, I'm chilling. I'm at my house. I have my home theater set up already, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. I plug it in December 25th, just like Tyrone is going to do it in 4K HDR, Dolby Vision.
0 rated.
0 rated. And I can watch it on my phone for 31 days. That is the caveat, though. It is 31 days that you have to watch it on the stream.
Oh, the airtime, right?
Yeah.
But dude, this is a game changer, man. And Technoid said it best. This will force the other publications, right? The other studios like Universal, owned by Comcast, like Disney, like Sony. They have to partner now. Like Sony, they have to partner with somebody. They don't have their own platform to do this.
Right. Sure.
Disney.
Exactly.
Yeah, Disney, I expect them to say something before the end of the weekend is over.
Agreed, yeah.
Because Mulan, in my opinion, was a failure. I'm not going to...
But you have to understand something, Moose. Mulan's time was unprecedented. There was no previous connection to any type of pre-existing situation. Mm-hmm. So they were treading new water. HBO Max and AT&T and Warner Media have that experience to say, we're not going to do that because it didn't work. So they were trying something. They thought it was going to work, obviously. Disney's not stupid. It just didn't work. And now HBO has that information. They're going to say, okay, this didn't work for Mulan in the case of Disney Plus. We're going to avoid that And this time, people don't want to pay $30 for one movie, even if it is being at home and it's cheaper than going to the movies. People don't equate watching a movie at home to watching a movie at the theater. They'd be okay for an experience at the movie theater. You're not getting a movie experience at home. You're just watching a movie. You get what I'm saying? So that's what Disney Plus didn't understand. They didn't think it was going to play out that way. So they had to learn the hard way.
Can I just say something real quick? I just want to add on to what you said. And you're absolutely right. Disney did this as an experiment. This wasn't a full thought. This was an experiment to see if it would work. And for a majority of it, it worked. But you're right. It didn't give you a movie experience. Now, Moose, you bring up an interesting fact. When people go out, they spend $100, maybe a little bit less for two people, maybe 3, 4, you have kids. But in that, the reason people are willing to spend that is because you get out of the house, you go and have a different experience. You're watching it on a nice experience, IMAX experience, Dolby experience, maybe, who knows, maybe, fully leather seats, you get recline. Of course, you get that in your house, but some things, they just, movie theaters, they're nice and they feel like a reason to leave your comfort zone. And with this, I mean, you're right. They are still going to keep the movies in the theaters. They did say that they will release these movies in theaters the same day they release it on HBO Max. But there are hardly any theaters open. So technically, I got to say this, HBO Max is kind of giving you the closest to a theater-like experience if there are theaters open and for people watching at home because of the circumstances. And also they know what consumers want. They don't want to pay $30 for one movie that's going to be added on in a library a couple of months later. Mulan was just added on Disney Plus, and now everybody can watch it. And people said, I didn't want to pay that $30 to watch a movie that I can wait a few more months to see for free. So that's all I've got to say on that.
Okay, real quick. I just want to let everybody know in the live chat, I have just knighted about 30 mods. Hashtag Form Voltron. On site. On site. We got ammo for days. On site. The minute, the second, just boom, drop the hammer. On site. Ask no questions.
And can I just ask a question to everybody in the live chat and also in this stream? I want you guys to answer this question. With this move that HBO Max did, people are saying this is the end of movie theaters. This is completely done. They can't recover from this. No. I argue no, this isn't the end of movie theaters, but it's going to be a long recovery process. I asked the question to all of you. Is this going to be a drawn-out recovery that's going to take about maybe 2 years, maybe less, depending on if we get things back to speed? And I asked that question to everybody.
Yeah. No.
I think so.
Yeah. I saw the CEO of AMC today completely ranted and lashed out at this move from Warner Media. And I got to say this. The United States is a capitalist country. Get with your executive team and compete. Yes. You now have to compete. You have to come up. You have to be innovative. You have to bring people in. You got to lower your
Tyrone,
prices.
Can we bring this back to the conversation we had yesterday, you, myself, and Moose? Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I said to you when we were discussing about the situation with movies and movie theaters, I asked you, did you ever see a commercial for AMC or Regal talking about how they sanitize the seats?
No.
And how they clean after every viewing? No. And how they separate in space? Have they done a commercial like that?
No, not once.
No. The answer is no. They have done nothing to try to bring people back. They are crying to their investors. They're complaining about the economy, but they have done nothing to convince people you will not come in here, right? They've done nothing to say, come back, you won't get sick.
They need to have like dollar movies or something, you know.
But another reason why they can't release it is also because of the state legislatures and the people that run the state. They won't let them open up. If you look at New York, true. I can only speak for New York. Cuomo said that certain theaters would open if they were under the 3% rate. And thankfully, by the grace of God, before we had to go back because of all the spikes again, there were a few theaters that were opening up. They notified me on the app. They said, good news, your area has been cleared. We are in the process of reopening. So it all comes down to also the states and how they open these theaters up. But I agree, they definitely need to.
I'm saying if the state is open, if the state is open for business like they are here in Ohio, the movies have been open.
See, I wish I was in Ohio right now because I actually want to go to a movie. I actually miss spending money on overpriced popcorn and overpriced soda. That's how much I'm willing to drop because, like, I miss.
I got a bridge for sale in Brooklyn if you want to buy that, Doug.
Dude, I ain't going to Brooklyn. No way, shape, or form. I can't get parking there. I love Brooklyn. I'm a hometown Brooklyn boy, but I need that parking.
Yeah.
And then we haven't even discussed about the shutdowns that are going to happen in February, right? Potentially even as soon as this new administration comes in, we might not have the theaters that are currently opened, right?
Oh yeah.
So this move can't be understated. It is a big deal. Everybody's talking about it. Investors are really excited about this because it basically shows the movie theaters no longer have the power, because in the beginning of this whole pandemic, AMC, Regal were literally saying to the Warner Media and Disney, if you release your movies on your streaming platforms, you'll never be able to launch a movie in our theaters again. And then I laughed at that because I'm like, so that means that you're actually going to shoot yourself in the foot, like permanently, right? You are going to just cannibalize your own business because you don't want to play ball later when you're actually able to have movies.
Well, I will tell you the truth. Also, let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm a little bit far away. I can tell you right now, there are some people, and I know trying to keep this politics free because I don't like bringing politics into things, and I'm not going to, but I'm just going to say there are people that are defiant, and some people they just don't get it, and they just want these things right now, and, I feel bad because, like, I don't want these things to keep being closed, I mean, it's inevitable, but, like, there are just some people, they just don't get it. And these movie theaters are going to stay closed. Like the mom and pop movie theaters are no longer existent. There are hardly any original. They're all franchisees. AMT, Regal, Cinemark. Sorry. And the mom and pop shops are gone. And, you want these experiences. You want the good stuff. But if there are just some people that don't listen, we're going to have to end up in these situations. So that's where we're at in the state of New York. There are people that are willing to listen. There are people that aren't willing to listen. And then there are just people that just want to get out of here. They want to go to other states, but you can't do that. So I'm just going to say it. Look, some people just don't get it. And I wish they did.
Yeah, it's when you try to manage your economy, as a state, the legislation, the guidelines, the guidance from mayors, governors, whoever the case may be. Everybody's trying to navigate these waters. There's nobody's trying to fail. Nobody wants to create the problems or anything. It's just a delicate situation. It's just the one thing that I see as inevitable is a constant adjustment. So now we're seeing, and this is actually good, right? This has removed the movie theater fear by taking the content to the home, to the phone, to the iPad, to whatever streaming app, whether it's iOS or it's Google Play, everybody can access this. So it's removing that whole fear of going somewhere where, potentially could be risky. So I applaud HBO Max for creating the scenario and say, we're going to just put everything on there. Because if you remember, one of the things that Dish did during the initial pandemic is they zero rated all channels. They gave everybody unlimited, who didn't even have an account. You could get Dish Sling TV for free. You could watch the programming. That's the kind of stuff that was happening during the first few months. There was bill forgiveness. People were paying late. There was a lot of stuff like that. I remember carriers were letting each other borrow Spectrum. That was really cool. But then they stopped doing that after a while because they were like, oh, wow, this is not happening for a long time. This is not going to change. So they ended up bailing all that stuff. But honestly, I think this is huge. I actually wanted to talk about this from a different angle. What's Verizon now going to do? Verizon sees AT&T bringing all these movies to HBO Max. AT&T customers will be able to watch. Does Verizon have a move up their sleeve? Are they going to be working on anything? What do you guys think?
Honestly, if I was Verizon, I would buy... Well, I would try what I would try to buy like ABC or Disney.
Bro, but Disney's bigger than Verizon.
I know they are, but they gotta find a way to do it. But that's what I would do. I would buy like I'd buy a big content company if I was Verizon and
But I don't
start
think
producing their own
Verizon
content.
was that involved in media, or else they would have expanded Fios to a much larger footprint. They completely
I agree
switched
For the
that.
distribution, right?
I know.
Yeah. And actually, they
I was-
downsized Fios, remember?
Yep.
They sold to Frontier in a lot of markets, from what I understand.
You know,
Yeah,
I
they
will
did.
argue this. Verizon could make a comeback. Like they could answer back with Fios, but they have to position it right because the current status of Verizon Fios, because I've been a customer with them for almost 2 years now, and I've had them way back in the day, like when I was 7 and 8. They are not a streaming service. They are your standard, typical cable service. And you look at T-Vision, that's T-Mobile's leverage. That's their way to answer back. That's their way to kind of add value for consumers. Fios has that potential. They have an app on your phone, your tablets. They have the channel lineup ready online if you want to use it, but they don't have Fire TV. They don't have Roku, Apple TV, some of the biggest streaming platformers. So what I think they need to do, if they want to answer back, is they're going to have to go in the streaming route for Fios, offer a streaming platform version. I mean, it's very close, but I think that's kind of a way you answer back. You can watch live TV and you can get an access to it. And I would also argue, and Tyrone, you can tell me if I'm wrong for saying this, but you could even add a little bit more value by how would I say this? With Apple, you know, I know their relationship is like really strong. See if they can find a way to get Apple TV Plus in there with your bundle or something. I know it sounds stupid, but
I feel like they do with the home internet option, the 5G. They offer Apple Plus, I think.
They do for like a year, but they need to. They keep on saying they need content. They need to make V Vision. Oh yeah, V Vision.
I think Technon makes an interesting point here. As Verizon expands their 5G millimeter wave home broadband, I could see them going OTT with Fios. Why not? I could see it happening. They have the third-party partnership with YouTube TV. Cut them out and just give Fios to everybody.
That's actually I didn't actually think of that. I forgot all about YouTube TV, so that's a fair point. They could cut off one deal. They won't lose much because they have a better relationship with another company in Apple. And also, you know, like you just said, if they go in the OTT version with Fios, to me, that would be a nice game changer. Because I don't know about you guys, but I would love to be able to access Fios cable through a Fire Stick. I don't want to add a box. I don't want to add wires and stuff. I want to be able to stream it on my TV. I don't want to keep going through routes and stuff. So, yeah, I would love to see that as they expand 5G home internet. That would be awesome.
I think we need to highlight something. We're right at the pivotal point in this conversation. AT&T owns the content, so they're winning. They've got the profitability. They're winning. They've leveraged the situation, so like there's no middleman. There's nobody making money here except them, right?
Yeah, they own content and distribution.
Right. So they've got it on lockdown. They've got the app. They have the studios, and it's exclusive content, right? Now, Verizon has the best partnerships. I don't think anybody here can actually argue because what AT&T has is not a partnership. They have ownership. So on layers in the hierarchy of this, AT&T is in the most profitable position. Verizon has the best partnerships. They have good relationships. They have Apple. They have the the Ericsson deal. They've got like Pokemon. They have the Enterprise. There's a lot there. Their partnerships are great. Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Awesome. The redheaded stepchild has become T-Mobile now. They have an elderly, old school offer with Netflix on us. It is actually, in my opinion, become long in the tooth. I literally think Netflix is boring now. Like Verizon shook it up with their 3-part deal, the bundle, and I thought that was huge. This is massive in its own respect. The Netflix on us is like, meh. I don't see what's special about Netflix anymore. I really don't. So to me, the originator, John Leisure, the real uncarrier, who is now gone, I don't know what T-Mobile can do to respond. You can't like Netflix is Netflix, and that's done, right? There's nothing left to do. They don't own anything, and they don't have partnerships with anybody. They have their TV service and their home internet service, which seems to be what they're investing big in, is T-Vision and the home internet. Where are they going from here, guys?
Just really quickly, the other day, I think his name is Ronan Dunn. He's another executive for Verizon.
Right.
He said they had so many third-party partnerships knock on their door, they had to turn them down. So I'm like, of course, they're not going to AT&T because AT&T owns their own content. They're not going to create a third-party partnership with anybody in terms of streaming. So why are these companies not going to T-Mobile?
Well, I think Quibi did, and it failed.
Yeah,
of course. But see,
Oh God,
but I bet you,
I love that, man.
He's like,
come on now, it's not Quibi. We all know what it is. I don't have to say the word because I don't want you to lose your monetization. But we all know what it is.
I bet you Verizon didn't even entertain Quibi. They probably reached out to him.
They're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think what T-Mobile can do, because this is a stretch of the imagination, but I've been saying it for a while. When they acquired the Sprint part, I think we keep going back to it, but there's another area I want to focus after I say this. They have access to Hulu and Tidal. I don't know what it is. I haven't used it since Jay-Z came out with it, but
Tidal.
They have access to that. They could use that, drop Netflix whenever they want, and they could use that, or option B, which a lot of people in the live chat are suggesting, and I actually kind of back this one up, YouTube Premium. I think we can all agree YouTube is one of the most used platforms, hence we're on here tonight. You would love to watch a YouTube video without hundreds of ads playing. If Verizon was to drop YouTube TV or just drop their partnership with YouTube or Google, that would be an opportunity for T-Mobile to come in and pick up the pieces and work something out. But that's just imagination. But on a realistic level,
they just did the T-Vision piece. What do you think about the timing?
No, I'm not saying they don't need to pick up YouTube TV. I'm just saying for premium. I'm just saying YouTube Premium.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, where is their efforts focused right now? It to me, it seems like, we can set up all these scenarios. Here's what they could do, but like, is it realistic for them to pivot to another service?
No.
No, that's a very good question, and I say no.
No,
Caleb, go ahead.
It's not. I was actually thinking about this. Here's something that they can do to make some more money. So no matter what you turn, no matter what TV you turn on, phone you turn on, tablet, what's always preloaded? Usually, right? A YouTube app. Can we all agree on that? Okay. So here's what T-Mobile needs to do. They need to embed and preload their T-Vision app in every single TV, everything, every device that can connect to the internet.
Right.
Whatever it takes. Yes. Are you listening, T-Mobile? That's what you guys need to do. Okay?
Hear ye.
Hear ye. Yeah. And that will get their T-Vision off the ground after Carlos shuts off his AT&T.
He's just rolling up into an AT&T store. He's like,
right, yeah. Nice collection those. But no, that's what they need to do. Like, every embedded platform needs to have the T-Vision app, and that'll definitely get off the ground. So once that gets off the ground, they can kind of, make a choice at whether they want to, go the whole content game again. But I think T-Mobile's game is more distribution, to get that out there as many devices as possible, to utilize that network right that they have instead of content.
So I think Verizon is kind of at a point where they're kind of picking and choosing who they want to work with, because the Discovery Plus is not huge. It's not earth-shattering, but they're giving you another streaming option for free. If you have an old Verizon Unlimited plan, it's free for 6 months. If you have a new Verizon Unlimited plan, you're getting it for a year for free. They're essentially giving you a year of free everything, right? They did this with Disney Plus. They did it with Apple Music. Now they have like the bundle. if you have one of these newer plans. Like Verizon's cooking. That's what I was saying earlier. I didn't want to poo-poo what Verizon has done. It's just you can't. They've added huge value recently, but I think this puts AT&T right there. In some ways, the HBO Max might be better than the ESPN, Hulu, Disney bundle. And if you believe that the movies makes it better than Hulu, then the HBO Max is better. That's the tipping point right there. Like that's the deal breaker. If you think the movies are where it's at, Mortal Kombat, what was the other one? Technoid you talked about. There was another title.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Matrix 4. You know these movies. If you like those movies, the HBO Max platform is probably better than the Disney bundle with Verizon. Now the question is what I was gonna say is anybody going to be leaving Verizon to go to AT&T for this? Or vice versa, is anybody going to be leaving T-Mobile to go to AT&T for this?
Yes, it's because it's due to the value. I mean, it's not just that, but you're getting it's almost as if like you're getting a customizable movie to do what you want when you want with it. It's about what like I call what I like to say entertainment of choice, to where you can watch them, like I said, the movie at any time. You don't have to pay outrageous prices for popcorn. It's more suitable for the average consumer. They don't have to worry about the situation at home.
Right.
It just makes it that much more convenient. And not only that, it's adding to that convenience factor that makes it so prevalent, because more people are able to do it. You don't have to necessarily tailor to one demographic. You're tailoring to everybody, all demographics.
Another thing. I'm sorry. Do you want to go ahead?
Go ahead.
No. I've talked enough, man. Trust me, I can fill up a whole book if I keep
really,
going. You go ahead.
Really quick. I'll give you a perfect example of average consumer family that they were shopping very financially conscious. They just switched from Sprint, and they were on the. They actually ended up switching to AT&T, but they didn't get the elite plan. They instead opted for getting the gigabit fiber, which gave them HBO Max anyways. But why did they get HBO Max instead of just upgrading their account to T-Mobile? Because even if they got Netflix on them, right, they still would have had to pay something. With HBO Max, it's completely free. Period. It's a free $14.99. So when you actually look at the value, like the gentleman in the beginning when you were explaining, is money-wise, look at what it costs for the elite plan, subtract $15, and that's the true value of what you're getting. Because that $15 is worth way more than $15 now, in my opinion, after this announcement.
Well, the way I look at it is, what's the better value? Because if they're including HBO Max for free, is HBO Max better for free than Netflix on Us is better for free? Which is the better platform that gives you more value?
But what plan is Netflix on Us for free? It's in it the basic?
No, so Magenta Plus.
No.
And multi-line
plan. Isn't it the basic Netflix?
$13, yeah.
Right? So I thought it was $8.99 that they give you.
No, that's gone up like 3 times since then.
Okay, so they're giving you $13.99 and they just give you one.
I think it's $12.99. It's how many screens is it, Mike, when you had it?
When we had it with the premium, it was 4 screens plus.
No, when you had it like for free, what did T-Mobile cover?
Oh, I never had it for free.
Oh, so you went with the I think it's multiple screens. I think it's 2 or 3.
It's multiple screens. And with the free version, I believe it was just standard definition, and it was 2 screens.
Okay. Yeah, the HBO Max is going to be 0 rated. The HBO Max is going to be high definition. It's not going to be 480p.
And that's another thing. T-Vision's not 0 rated.
It is not.
Yeah.
It counts against your deprioritization.
Yeah.
Nilay Patel said it best.
Oh, the free T-Mobile Netflix on us, one screen standard definition.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know.
so they changed.
So there you
that.
go.
They must have changed that.
Mm-hmm.
But Nilay Patel said it best. He said, quote, net neutrality is once again alive and kicking because AT&T can give me it's funny that he says this because he's an AT&T customer. But he says AT&T is going to give me 4K HDR Dolby Vision on December 25th of Wonder Woman 84 because I have HBO Max included.
Oh, and by the way, HBO Max goes global next year,
Yes.
Oh,
which is big time because those
Jeffy,
titles are going to want to go to Asia.
Oh yeah, especially Godzilla versus Kong. Godzilla is one of the biggest trademarks in Japan, and
The
I don't know
Godzilla!
about you guys, I'm a huge Godzilla.
Ah!
Ah!
I hear that stuttering coming from a mile away, my man.
That's right. That's right.
But I love Godzilla, so that's gonna be definitely a title. The Matrix 4, definitely. But real quick, before I forget, I was looking in your background, Sneed. I thought I saw a Eugene alert coming in, but then he went off the screen, so I lost it.
Konnichiwa.
Oh my god! Thanks for chiming in, Los. Appreciate you, dog.
Hey, Nikki T, if you're watching, Neville Ray is gonna block you.
Yeah, you're getting blocked, bro. We're all getting blocked because of Nikki. We're all getting blocked.
Who's Nikki?
Nikki Swift.
Did I miss something?
Hey, all I gotta say is putt, hut, hut. That's all I gotta say, bro.
You
Yeah.
guys have managed to be the most hated members in the T-Mobile community, and you're not even a part of the T-Mobile community. Well, maybe one of you are. Maybe.
Listen, bro, I don't wear thongs, bro. I'm a man. You know, hey, thong. I can't do it, dog.
Listen,
You know, if they want to do that over there on that side, that's their business. All right, but that's not what I'm doing,
I'll
dog.
say this before. I'll say it again. It's red panty night. Every time you get Verizon, red panty.
What are you talking about? I'm wearing a blue jacket, dude. It's AT&T night tonight.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking in general. When you
Red
get
panty
Verizon,
night.
it's red panty night every night.
Well, we see Zero Cool is going with the sprint panty night. So
Yeah, I got the yellow. I mean, yeah, but I mean, like I
thanks,
said,
Kazi. Thank you, man.
Who's white?
It
I
got
don't know
the
who's
yellow.
white. I don't know.
it just goes back to what
The
I'm
yellow
saying. Like
Speedos.
AT&T distribution, you know, global HBO Max. You
Yeah.
gotta have both content distribution. I think that Verizon will get there. I really do. They have the distribution, part kind of down.
Mhm.
I think they'll get there. I really do. T-Mobile, they need both. They really do. So they're struggling.
Oh, Robert, I don't want to poo-poo T-Mobile's value. They offer great value because of the pricing of their plans. But what I'm saying is that AT&T changes the narrative here.
Yeah.
This enhances the value proposition of HBO Max and their wireless. They can leverage their elite plan with this. It literally makes the elite plan worth it. You know?
I just want to also mention that, you know,
Right in.
AT&T, another
I
leverage
love
they have, I
Elite.
think somebody brought this up, was data free. You can watch
Yeah,
this data free on
rated.
AT&T network, and Verizon has never had an answer to that. T-Mobile, I don't know when they'll ever have an answer to that, but that's a very big plus. You know, for AT&T customers, they already had access to that with AT&T TV, Direct TV. I don't know which route they go in these days. People don't tell me things, but HBO Max, AT&T TV, data free. You can watch it. So that's another leverage
This
they
is
have.
this is the second comment. Carlos, what do you do?
I love AT&T TV, baby.
All right. I gave him the floor for that.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Bangladesh? Are you doing Indian? What
we-
accent was that?
We got a couple of people chiming in on the Discovery Plus. They're saying that they're excited about it. Cesar, here's Bird. They're all about the Discovery. It looks like some people are kind of excited about it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Shark Week, baby.
Shark Week.
Bro,
Isn't that July,
Everybody
dude?
loves Shark Week.
It comes
bro,
with other
it's
channels
good
too,
stuff.
right? Like the food
What else?
Network and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like 6 different channels.
Dang. So content from 6 different channels, huh?
Yeah, Food Network and all this other stuff too.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Wow.
Bro,
All right, well.
who doesn't want to watch Chef Gordon Ramsay, bro? Cooking it up,
He's
those
wrong
$3 steaks,
station.
baby.
Wrong
Come
Yo,
on, man.
anybody from Vegas, Carlos Kahneman, you know?
How's Hell's Kitchen in Las Vegas? Did you ever go? Los.
What happened?
No, I was saying, did you ever try
Yeah, I'm
out
here.
Hell's Kitchen in Las Vegas?
Bro, the wife and I, of course, we go there about twice a month. We love it, bro. Beautiful. Good steak. $300 for let me know.
So,
Beautiful, scrumptious.
so Jarrett, Jarrett, what's happening is Verizon will leverage 6 months for people that have the old unlimited plans. And then for people that have the new plans, they give it to them a year. And here's what's happening. After the year, they're finding a new deal. Like they leverage a new renewal of the service. So it's not that they don't want to offer you it beyond a year. It's just they create a new bundle. So what happened with Disney Plus is everybody had it for free for the first year, right? Then they brought it back bundled with ESPN and Hulu, right? So they actually made it better. So I wouldn't worry too much about the fact that you're only getting it for 6 months or a year. I would actually expect it to get better once that time runs up, based on what we've been seeing so far. So to me, it's all good.
Yeah.
Cesar, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it very much, man. I know that's your second one. Thank you. Said, so will HBO Max include all theatrical releases, including Disney, Marvel, and all Disney content? So that's going to be exclusive to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It comes with A&E also, the Discovery Plus. So certain channels are going to be specific to certain carriers. Anything HBO included will be exclusive there. Anything Disney will be exclusive for that side. I don't know if you have multiple lines on different accounts, but you might be able to leverage all this stuff with your lines. I don't know.
Bro, but Sneed, we had this conversation yesterday. I think this is getting out of control. Too many streaming services now, man. You know, if you have to have every single one, you might as well just get cable at that point. You know, it's like this is the same price.
Yeah.
It's over $100.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the flip side. I did the math, taking a look into perspective, how much, streaming versus cable. In a way, you're right, but there is one perk with going the streaming route versus the cable route, and that's the original content. And I don't know about you, but right now, Disney Plus is going to be making some big content, original TV shows with Marvel, Hawkeye, She-Hulk. There's rumors they're bringing back Deadpool. So they're kind of running with TV shows. But with cable, you don't really get them. You get the standard cable stuff, which is fine if you love cable. But I think the only leverage going the streaming route would probably be the exclusives that you get. And maybe it's cheaper. I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly believe that there's going to come a point where people are literally just going to choose their carrier based on they think they're getting a good value and it has most of what they want with those little add-ons. So they'll just keep bringing it up. Like if I'm on AT&T and I like HBO Max, I'm not leaving. This could be a move to retain people also. Not just get people to switch, but also keep them from leaving. Like there's probably a lot of customers right now on AT&T that are like, wow, I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting a lot of stuff. I'm getting high priority access on a network, a highly capacitive network, and I'm getting all these shows, and I'm getting this HBO Max. This is fantastic. Right now, they're mixing and matching the unlimited plans. So you can get an entry-level unlimited, you can get a plus, you can get an elite. Now people can start saving money and get better value with the media services, and you have a good wireless network. Bro, you can't deny it. I've been testing it for over a year. The AT&T network is fast. Oh, yeah. And by the way, 2021, it's about to get a lot faster because they're going to start aggregating 5G carriers, right? And we're going to have the phones to do it. So I'm telling you guys right now, if you are an AT&T customer, and I would say no later than mid-year, they're going to turn on at least 2 or 3 new NR bands. Now, maybe DSS, whatever you think, whatever you want to say about that, that's fine. But as soon as they go standalone 5G, AT&T will be competing in markets as the fastest carrier, even when T-Mobile deploys N41. Even with N41. And don't try to convince me I'm wrong, because it ain't happening. What you mean Disney ruins things, dog? Disney offers a pretty good product. I like Disney Plus.
I think also one thing that's hasn't been talked about at all, Disney Plus, the price is going to go up. If they're
So
not going,
it's $6.99. It's $6.99.
But it's not sustainable at $6.99 if their entire movie portfolio for 2021 is going to be exclusive to the platform. Because remember the Mulan thing, right? Let's go back to that trial, that experiment.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously, right? They needed to make more revenue, right? So $6.99 is too little, especially because Verizon's only giving you half or even less than half of that.
What do you mean?
The wholesale deal is $2 and change or $3 at most per subscriber that Verizon signs up for Disney Plus to Disney. So they're getting a wholesale deal. Verizon.
Because it's like a commission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a wholesale bulk. They bought, let's say hypothetically, 100 million subscriptions. Okay. And that's how many they thought they were going to be able to do in the first year or whatever the case may be. And it's not a set number, right? But it's a wholesale deal that they got. And this was reported, by the way, on The Verge or whatever. Once they included the bundle, that wholesale deal was slightly increased, right? It I think the normal bundle is $12.99, right?
Yeah,
Retail.
with the 3, yeah. Yep.
Right. So it's then again $6.99 or $7 for the bundle.
I have the bundle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do the $12.99 with the Hulu and the Disney Plus and the ESPN Plus. I use the ESPN Plus occasionally. It's just for the UFC events. We use Disney all the time, like pretty much all day long. Yasmin loves it. I watch all the time with her. We watch Marvel movies. She loves Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The Hulu my wife loves, right? We got Hulu Live as well.
Ooh.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of services in there, man. It's a nice little package.
Just real quick, I'll even up you one Sneed, but real quick, Yoel Romero just got released from UFC. Just wanted to say that to you.
Can't pass the drug test.
But,
Can't pass the drug test.
Yeah, man, you can't pass the drug test. But the Disney bundle is actually really good if you think about it. Disney, obviously, you're gonna have Disney movies for the kids. That's the kids area. So hey, who knows? Also, The Mandalorian's really good. So that's been a really good show on ESPN. Again, I will tell you guys the truth. I used to be an insane wrestling fan, WWE, AEW. Ever since ESPN has been hosting UFC fight nights every Saturday night, and it's like weekly at this point. It's
yeah,
like,
basically, yeah.
I watch more UFC than I watch professional wrestling, so I've gotten more into that. And with Hulu, I will say it's kind of underrated. A lot of people say Hulu's this and that, but it's got a lot of TV shows that I watch, and when they finish the night of, they release it literally like 10 minutes after, or if you wake up in the morning, it's there waiting for you. So
do they
go ahead.
Yeah. Do they keep it separate or do they combine Hulu with Disney?
They're working on a way to do that. There actually was an article that came out today. I was reading it. So Disney is looking for a way to kind of phase out Hulu, like making it more TV based instead of like TV show replay, because they're integrating some of Hulu into Disney. It started with The Simpsons, and I think they're going to expand it. Maybe, I don't know exactly, maybe Family Guy, but that's a stretch because you know how Family Guy is. But they're trying to find ways to take that Hulu replay TV of shows that you like and put it on Disney Plus to add for more adults. But Hulu will have more TV focused end, like Grey's Anatomy or The Good Doctor, things like that.
Big shout out to Lawrence. Thank you for the donation, but I appreciate you. welcome back. We'll be looking forward to you making content, and thanks for donating, man. We appreciate you very much. So he said, I'll be getting my MacBook Pro. Very excited to get that M1 chip, that new hardware. That should be awesome. He'll be making new content on his channel. Definitely, we'll be supporting you and pushing you through the community. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And big shout out to Dan, also with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says AT&T Watch TV has to make a comeback. They used to include that in all the plans on postpaid, so people loved it. You remember that, Moose?
I loved ATT.
I still got
Dude,
mine.
I had that plan, bro. I should have never left it.
Yeah, I still got mine. It still works.
I kind of
So
wish
good.
I had it.
Free TV.
Yeah, live TV, man.
You know, it's interesting we mentioned that because Watch TV, the channel list, they're now all have their own streaming service. So, for example, right, HGTV, Food Network, Animal Planet, that's all Discovery Plus now. So Watch TV I don't think it would have kept those channels.
Yeah, the lineup would have had to have been rearranged, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can say this. I think that the Watch TV idea was on point, but the execution at the time with the separate app and all this other BS, it was horrible. Horrible. It was
Yeah, I
not
mean,
good.
you gotta think about it. Those were the early days of AT&T's attempt to stream. Their grasp of the streaming platform, the streaming, I don't know if you would call it like the ecosystem. Like they just have a better understanding of how to distribute it. I said about Disney, with the Mulan situation, uncharted waters, right? AT&T Watch TV and all that was all uncharted. They were just trying something,
Yeah, they're definitely learning. I mean, I know they own but they're still learning as they go.
Sure.
And I would not be surprised if next year or the year after they start including AT&T TV in some of their wireless plans. I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Fair point, Tyrone. Actually, something, I would love to see that. My uncle's a long-term AT&T customer, and he don't even get that included. He actually gets it from his friend, and that would be nice if they did something for like long-term customers. I would ask you real quick, Tyrone, if you had to make up a value proposition for, let's say, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, if you had to make a value proposition, where's the one area you would attack in terms of trying to turn the eye on a customer?
Well, that's an interesting question.
I got one.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
You get you buy an iPhone, the newest iPhone from AT&T. You get a year free of AT&T TV.
That's right.
Yeah, you listening?
On top
Leverage.
of the Apple TV Plus as well.
You leverage it. Yes, I love
Exactly.
it. Yeah. So that you attach the year to the service, to the phone, to the wireless. Exactly. Yep.
Done and done.
So you're saying you get an iPhone with AT&T, and then you get AT&T TV for free.
30-month lease on the phone, right?
Yep.
It could be a lease or bought outright, but you get the AT&T TV free for 1 year with your phone. Just exactly how
That would be amazing.
How Verizon and Apple TV. I'm sorry, not Verizon, but freaking T-Mobile and Apple TV or T-Vision and Apple TV are kind of doing the same deal kind of thing.
Yeah.
AT&T needs to do that with their own service, right, to promote that brand, and make it, especially if you have like a good sweet deal on the iPhone, you throw in the AT&T TV for a year, the customers are more likely going to stay for that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Caleb. I think this is the domino effect that's about to happen at AT&T.
Oh,
If they get that majority stake with DirecTV, that's 51+%. If they get that off the books, Uverse TV is gone too. That's next. So they're going strictly OTT streaming for a future. So you're right, Caleb. I think they can leverage that for, I don't know if they give that to existing customers, but new customers that come in, they could potentially say you get AT&T TV free 12 months if you buy this phone.
You have to put it on
Yeah.
installments for 30 months so they lock you in, right?
Yeah, I would do something like that. 30 months at least, yeah.
You got to lock them in.
30 days or whatever, sorry. Yeah.
So
All right. So I think we have to wrap this up.
AT&T is in a unique position.
Go ahead, Tyrone. You can finish.
Yeah, I think again, AT&T is in a unique position because they own the content. They can sell it to you every which way. Verizon and T-Mobile decided to go with the pure wireless play and try to create partnerships, and we'll see which strategy works for value.
Okay, so we have to wrap this up and put a bow on it because we've talked about a lot of angles. If you consider everything we discussed, leave the profitability side alone. We know AT&T is winning, but they also have the most debt, so it doesn't mean necessarily they're going to be like banking. They're recovering, right? They're going to be trying to get return of investment. All I'm saying is if you're a customer right now and all carriers have the same type of service in your area, wireless is not the problem. Considering all things, coverage is the same. Network access, right? It's good enough for all carriers. Who has the most compelling bundle and offer? Wireless service, pricing for the plan, and then the media that they're giving you. So AT&T with HBO Max, Verizon with the Disney bundle, T-Mobile with Netflix on us. I'll start with who's right underneath me. Carlos, do you want to chime in? Oh, he's busy.
What?
Tyrone,
What
to you,
happened?
sir.
What happened? What happened?
I was saying who offers the best value proposition based on T-Mobile with Netflix on us and their pricing,
For the
Verizon with the Disney Plus,
Bro.
the Disney Plus bundle and the pricing, and then AT&T with the HBO Max and the pricing.
the thing about it is it's a very mixy situation because with AT&T, in order to get the HBO Max, you have to be on an elite plan. All right, so you have to be on the highest
You need
tier
one
plan
elite line.
versus Verizon.
You need one elite line.
You can be on the middle plan. Yeah, one elite.
Okay, all things
one elite
all
line
things
only gets
considered.
you a login up to 3 devices. What's
Okay,
up?
that's good.
Yeah, so I mean, either way, I mean they're both decent. I can't say, but the HBO Max is going to offer a better thing with the movies coming up, shortly. So, it's a trade-off. You just got to. We just got to see what Disney does too. And
Okay, what are you picking? What are you
go from
picking,
there.
Carlos? I can't have you on the fence, dog. I need you to pick one.
Yeah, come on now.
Damn, bro, it's really hard, bro. But if I had to just choose one right now for the moment, are we doing just streaming or the music stuff that they include too?
Carlos, everything included. So pricing of the wireless plans,
Everything. So
network access, the media, everything. The value of the plan with all the perks. Who has the best value in wireless right now?
damn, bro, I would have to say honestly, bro, Verizon, bro, because you get Apple Music, dude. You get a lot. You get a lot of stuff that at the end, if you add it up, is like $60, $70 a month, bro. That's included.
It's a lot. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Tyrone, where you at, dog?
AT&T would be a second.
Okay.
So, just to make it quick, for me, it's AT&T. It's a mix of everything: good coverage, good pricing, saves me money now next year for the movies, and the content is 0 rated on the network, so I don't have to worry about going over my threshold too quickly within the 30-day period.
0, cool.
Excuse me. My vote is AT&T, and I'll tell you why really quickly. First thing, it's the capacitive network. So when you have a capacitive network, you're able to utilize the services a lot quicker, more effectively. And the reason why AT&T, not just due to the HBO Max, but they are entwined with what? Amazon. You can load up the HBO Max app through Amazon, and guess what? Get prime shipping. So if you leverage a high capacity network, you utilize Amazon services, their shipping, the Amazon apps as well, along with the HBO Max inside the Amazon apps and standalone for HBO Max. you get a win-win because with the Amazon, especially with the not just that, but they also have the Fire Stick. So you're actually utilizing the network, the device, the Fire Stick, mind you, the service, and the added value like shipping and stuff like that. All four, right? So I think AT&T, and again, in the content distribution. So when you have all of that, you're able to push those services out to just more devices and your lifestyle, right? You're able to say, oh, I got this nice deal on shoes and I got free shipping because I have, you're able to leverage and do a lot more with the AT&T side of things because of the strategic partnership that they have with both, the HBO and Amazon, stuff like that. So
nice. Moose, as objective as you can give it to us. Go ahead.
Okay, let's do. I like where Carlos brought up, in terms of the money right now, Verizon has the better value in terms of money right now, today, right? December 2020. As of, sorry, I should say December 2020, the 4th of December. As of the 25th, once these movies, and the first one is on the 25th, that changes the narrative. Because if I was going to go to a movie theater, I would be then paying more money, right? But because you have HBO Max, you won't need to pay that much money. You won't need to pay additional money.
So if you get the service, you're definitely not going to the movies, even if they're open?
No. No, I'll tell you why. I already got COVID. I'm not going to get it again. The hell? I don't want to get it a second time. The hell? Are you kidding me? I swear to God, I will never. It's too dangerous, man. Unless everybody has a vaccine or the majority of the people in that movie theater have the vaccine, I don't feel safe. I'm serious.
Wow. Yeah, you just put the realization on it, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, people are not going to be making this decision with their wallet first. They're going to be making this decision with their safety first. This is the first time ever that I've seen where people are consciously thinking, am I going to get COVID if I go to this place or not? And if there's highly likely that they will, because like you mentioned earlier, they're not cleaning the seats. They're not overtly talking about it like in every single commercial, like all the airlines are doing.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to go because it's going to be infested. It's nasty. I can't even sit with the girlfriend because I have to be, 6 feet apart. Right, Tyrone? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, like 2-3 seats in between. Yeah.
Right. So again, it's ridiculous. Anyways, so I'm definitely going to get a better home theater setup. I'm going to get, the 5.1 system. I'm going to be ready, bro, because I know that this is going to be a long-term situation. I don't think it's going to end until probably 2022. And that's just being hopeful, man.
So, Technoid, your go, dude.
As usual, you save the best for last. You guys, you all had a great take. A lot of you brought up some interesting facts, especially you, Moose. People are going to be using their brains instead of their wallets. But I'm going to say something different. I'm going to go T-Mobile. Not just playing. I'm just playing. I'm not going.
Why not? Why not? That Netflix is a thing, bro. That's legit for some people.
But for me, it's not. I canceled my Netflix subscription, and not for any stupid reason. I just canceled because I don't need it anymore. But I'm going to go Verizon. The reason I go Verizon is because for somebody like me, I can only speak on myself. I can't speak for everybody.
Right.
But for myself, I'm a huge UFC fan. I watch all UFC fight nights. I don't buy the pay-per-views, crackstream.com. But I watch First Take. I watch a lot of, sports related. Inside NBA, a couple of games here and there, football things. Hulu, always on. Whenever there's a TV show or two I want to watch, pop on Hulu. Disney Plus, I've been getting into it for the holidays. I've been watching it. Apple Music is a must. I use it every day, 24/7. HomePods, Apple products, everything. even my Echoes. And for me, even though HBO Max is really convincing with those titles, I've got Plex. I could download a lot of those movies on the server, and I'll still get them in the quality. So it doesn't bother me, but I will say it is a very compelling argument to put AT&T above Verizon. I would say they're about neck to neck, but I'm just going to give Verizon just a little bit of edge based on my preferences.
So number 1 is Verizon. Number 2 is
AT&T.
And then is T-Mobile and Netflix like an afterthought?
Love it. He said Technoid also loves his free AOL CD. Oh man, you guys don't know.
Oh lords. All right. Big shout out to Cesar. We'll throw his opinion in here too. Thanks for the super chat, bro. He said, I'm with Los. Verizon the better value because the Apple Music itself is $10 a month. Disney Plus bundle is $12.99 a month. That's $23 in value by itself. And let me wrap it up with mine. Cesar, I agree. Carlos, I agree. I feel like the Verizon bundle is absolutely tremendous. Here's the way it works out in my house. I use ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. I don't use Apple Music. My wife uses Hulu, Disney Plus, and Apple Music. Yasmin uses Hulu and Disney Plus. That means everybody in my family is using 2 or more of the services. It's a winner for us all the way around. I love the bundle. Now, what AT&T did was if you take those things out of it, right, in the Discovery 2 bird, if you take AT&T and look what they did with HBO Max, that is tremendous traditional TV value. It's a $15 value that now just got movies. If I was a moviegoer, this is a slam dunk. HBO Max it's going to be the big time service for 2021. I actually think they're going to hurt the Netflix subscriptions. I think they're going to put a dent in it, personally. If you are not a family in my position, I think the AT&T value is better. The network has more capacity. The plans offer more DPRIO data, right? Or above DPRIO data, however they want to call it. I think their pricing is a little bit cheaper than Verizon also for the highest tier plan, right? So Verizon's highest tier plan takes you over $100 with full HD for a single line. I think AT&T, what does it put it at? Tyrone, do you know?
The highest plan, the Elite?
Yes. Yeah, by itself. One line. Like 90?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
85. I think it's 85.
Okay, 85 or 90. So it's a little cheaper than Verizon, and you also get a higher capacity network. Maybe not the coverage. Maybe. I really think the gap is closing. But God, man, I'm sorry, guys. I don't like kicking a horse when it's down, but the Netflix is outdated. Netflix as a studios is actually not great. The value is there, right? It's worth money, right? They make people pay $13 for it. So it's not T-Mobile's fault, but I don't think Netflix is that great. So unfortunately, although T-Mobile offers a great value in pricing, their add-on isn't great. That Netflix is not better than HBO Max. And the Netflix is not better than the diversity of stuff you're getting with Verizon. So in value, what should be T-Mobile's to take, Verizon has forced the issue, and now AT&T has forced the issue. Their offers are more compelling because they have better services. And let's be honest, AT&T's network is much more reliable and higher capacity than T-Mobile's on a consistent basis. And the same thing of Verizon's. It's just way larger. As soon as T-Mobile turned off those roaming agreements, they're done. Right? They're gonna cover up some of their gaps with the Sprint native sites, but it's going to be touch and go for a couple of years. Who knows when you'll get the coverage upgrades? Who knows when you'll get the capacity upgrades, especially if you don't live in a big market. If you like Netflix and you're going to get the best pricing with T-Mobile, it's still a great value for some. I really feel for most people, I feel like the HBO Max deal is the best way to go. I think AT&T, that's the go, dude. Those movies are great. This is going to be a really nice thing for people that watch movies. That is the go. That is the move.
Sneed, I have a really quick thing. So there's this article on CNBC that mentioned some of the reasoning. Like some people are previous executives from Warner Media are upset of the massive changes that are going on with HBO and Warner Media in general. I just wanted to read off just a few bullets that I honestly thought that these were the best moves than to listen to these old fools that they would have been stuck. So let me just read the thing. According to 5 people familiar with the meeting, Pepler, I think that's the previous CEO of HBO, laid out a simple path forward. First, give HBO more money to spend on content. Second, augment the Cinemax Premium TV channel with more family-friendly original library and licensed children's programming. Third, sell HBO and Cinemax together for a couple dollars more than HBO, around $17 per month. And fourth, hammer out a deal with Comcast, allowing the broadband distributor to sell HBO Go directly to broadband-only customers. What does this all smell? It's dependent on somebody else for distribution. It's dependent on a TV subscription
but they don't want to. But they don't want to do that.
Exactly. Dude,
you're trying to avoid the heck out of that if you're AT&T.
The issue is that these executives are too old school, right? These former executives, I should say. They're too old school to realize this is a pandemic situation. You had to pivot drastically. You have to ruffle feathers. You have to tell people you either are going all in on streaming because we're clearly not going to be in the movie theaters. So what else do you got? You got to either leave or you follow the plan. Streaming.
All right. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Sunday, Disney's going to announce. I'm telling you, Sunday.
That fast?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I
if
don't
they
think
announce it, it'll be crazy.
If Disney announces it in 48 hours from the initial chaos.
So hold on. You're saying it's a foregone conclusion. Disney is going to do the same thing.
I am on record right now. If they do not do it, they are going to lose even more money than they lost this year.
Are they going to keep the price the same? Are they going to keep $6.99?
No.
So they're going to go to $9.99.
They're not going to go to $9.99. Come on, they're going to at minimum can easily charge $20 for Disney Plus.
No,
easily.
No,
yes.
They can't.
Yes,
no.
they can.
No.
Dude, I will pay $20. Look at how much.
I will not.
You don't have to though. You're grandfathered in with Verizon.
No, I'm grandfathered nothing. What if they raised it?
Well, then you're going to cancel and go to something else, right? Discovery Plus, of course. But I'm saying they have so much content. Justification of increasing to $20 is totally
Thanks,
valid.
Troy. Appreciate the super chat, buddy. Thank you so much. No comment or question from Troy, but thank you, man. Wow. $20 for Disney Plus.
Yeah, guaranteed, man. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
And what if the consumer responds by dropping them like flies?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
It'll be gradually, if anything. It won't be all at once.
Because that's what Netflix did. When Netflix started, how much was it? $7?
Wasn't it 7? Yeah.
$8.99 before one, I think, or 7. I think it was $7.99 or $8.99. I can't remember.
Carlos, it's had at least four price bumps in the last 5 years. At least.
I think it's $15.99 now or something like that for the most basic one, or $14.99. I can't remember.
See, literally the problem is with Netflix is it's gone up so many different times. We don't even keep track anymore. Yeah, it was $5.99 exactly. Apple Watch is saying they will pay $20.
If I had to choose between Netflix and HBO Max, you know me, I'm gonna choose HBO Max. It's a way better.
Here's the thing, guys.
Application.
Here's the thing. It's not the people's fault. It's not. Nobody's responsible for the pandemic. Why should they be having to pay for streaming services? Then you might as well just call it Disney Plus Modern Movie, right? And that has to get an additional charge to watch their new releases, like on demand. You know, because people don't want to sign up for a price bump every week. Come on, bro. There's so many streaming services. If you have 9 of them, you're literally getting a price bump every month from one of the 9. Think about that. $6.99, then $8.99, and $11.99, then $14.99. Dude, If you have 8 or
So
9
true.
streaming services, your bill is now over $130 to watch your TV.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong.
But I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna happen. There's no way Disney
Bro,
Plus is gonna
fight
stay
me.
$6.99.
Fight me, Moose. Fight me.
Well,
It's
you
just
know,
not.
Moose,
I think it'd be like 14 or
the thing is
$15.99.
with
That's
Disney Plus
what
is that they've
think they would
already
do.
got like 70+ million subscribers. They've got way more than they were projected to have, and they're still gonna have more. I mean, if they raise the price, I could see them going to $9.99 or maybe $10.99. But I don't ever see them getting to Netflix level like how they do it all the time. I don't see it ever getting to that point because Disney, they make money 24/7. For crying out loud, Mickey Mouse has Marvel. Mickey Mouse has 2 theme parks in
He's called
in
Disney
America
Mickey
and
Mouse,
4
dog.
out there. So the mouse is making money. They don't got to worry about ripping their customers, but they can get them in the theme parks though.
He better jump on my TV if it's $20.
Nah,
that's all I'm
man.
gonna say.
Start doing some kind of dance. Hey, thanks, Edison. Appreciate the super chat, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by and donating to the channel. Pete, big salute to you, sir.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Oh, man.
M-O-U with
Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse. Dang, bro. Yeah, Joshua. All right. We did our thing. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you all for coming through. I want to give a shout out to all my panel members here tonight, all the guests who joined me. Technoid, Moose, Zero Cool, Tyrone from Tech Life, and Carlos S. Tech himself. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Troy, thank you for your buzzer beater super chat for $4. T-Mobile should have used Sprint incentives. They could have. I think they should have leveraged some of them. I think they should have switched. I think they should have gone
I
with
should have
Hulu.
used this right here. This face.
Pretty cool, huh?
The most feared guy in the most feared guy in wireless.
He was.
Dan has.
He was at one point.
Remember
If
that?
only he had the money to back him up, right?
There was
They
a
pulled
reason-
on him. They
there
pulled
was
the plug on him.
Yeah, there was a reason he got voted out.
Yeah, he was going to be a difference maker.
Man,
He already had the customer care thing. You guys know that Dan Hesse is John Leisure's mentor. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
yeah, Hesse started at AT&T, I
Yep.
think.
Yeah, that is his
Yeah.
mentor. Big shout out to everybody who donated. It doesn't let me see everything. Troy, Edison, Troy again. Cesar with a couple. Thank you for those. Lawrence, I think, dropped one as well. I just can't go back all the way. So thank you guys so much for donating. Kazi, I know you donated as well. You guys are amazing. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Also, for everybody who liked the video, thank you. If you want to help out the channel, there's more than just donations. You can give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, share it to your social media. If you have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, don't share it to the T-Mobile Reddit, please. I'm not interested. But you can share it to any other Reddit if you like. You can send it to Eugene. He'll probably watch. Maybe he'll get some ideas. Send it out to Stanky. Send it out to Hans with his 5G. All the CEOs, they need to see this. Hashtag Mod Squad. I knighted 40 moderators tonight. Welcome to the hashtag Mod Squad. Hashtag 2Live Crew. If you watch this on the live, hashtag Replay
Mod
Gang.
Squad, baby.
Watch this on replay. And Sunday we got a show. We're gonna do a live stream. So I'll send out the feelers to see who's in.
Well,
I am no longer in school anymore. I have officially completed my master's program. I just turned in my final project. Your boy
Yeah.
is a master.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a master.
Congratulations, bro, for getting
Hip,
that
hip,
master's degree.
hooray!
Bro. Hell yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I'm so proud
Oh yeah.
of myself because of the hard work, bro, that it takes. The reading, the papers I had to write, the research I had to conduct, the presentations I had to make, the Zoom meetings I had to take, all the professors that I got to know, all the conversations I had with my classmates, all of my in-field research that I had to collect, all the data. Bro, I had to do a lot, and I'm proud of the accomplishment because it was a lot of hard work. And I financed it myself. It was very expensive. And I did it all while teaching, still working full time, being a full time dad, trying to YouTube, trying to do a lot of things. And bro, it's just been a long road, and I'm happy that it's done. And I feel so good about it. I wanted to tell everybody, and thank you to you guys for encouraging me and congratulating me. You guys are awesome.
Can I just say something?
Thank you.
Real quick,
Of course,
to
bro.
everybody in this chat.
You gotta be a winner. You can't be an abuse person.
If
You
you
know
don't
what
give
I'm
this a
saying?
like and say hashtag congrats Sneed, Master Sneed, hashtag Master Sneed, y'all are not the real SMT community. This man worked his butt off, got where he is today. We owe him so much.
No.
Thankful. We owe him this community. We owe him this channel. And I will tell you all, I got a special birthday video coming up for him when his time comes. And also, Sunday, I would love to join you. Let's just make sure we can get it because I have a Q&A, so I would love to do back-to-back. So we'll work on that. But regardless, everybody, hashtag Master Sneed. He is
Thank you, guys.
An apprentice.
Yeah. Right.
Hashtag Master Sneed. That's awesome. You guys are the best, man. I'm going to do a live stream on Periscope after this. We'll do the after party, and we'll celebrate the whole Masters program completion. And I wanted to let you all know, Zero Cool RF knows about this. Some of you guys do also. The first year that I had patrons, I started investing in the channel. I upgraded some audio equipment. I got a laptop. The second year of the channel, I got monetized. I was able to take the money, invest in a desktop, right? Upgrade equipment. The third year, I upgraded audio equipment. I bought a desk, right? For the live streams to create the content. I bought phones. I've been investing in the channel. I am now going to invest another big lump sum into the channel. I'm going to buy a premium microphone. I'm going to buy a complete new setup, audio interface, new cables, the whole shebang. I'm just going to keep investing into this channel because it's all about the SMT Nation. Zero Cool, you know what I'm talking about. Carlos, you know what I'm talking about. Tyrone, you know you had to put into your channel, right? Right, to make it work. Yeah, so you know. Moving forward, dude. And honestly, Technoid, I know you're stepping your game up this year with your channel, revamping some things. I'm going to help you with that. We're going to continue investing into the good people of this community. We're going to keep making our channels better, bro. That's what we're going to do. Hey, haters in the rear, hopefully you slipping on a banana peel and you fall on your nose. Otherwise, I wish you all wealth. I wish you all health. You guys are amazing. You guys are the best. We're out this piece, all right? Peace.
Peace.
Peace, man.